What's up, y'all? Long time no see for some of yous. It's me, HTG Brian, and I am back officially here with the June 2023 Game Break. So, yeah, it's been a month since we did a Game Break. For those of you who don't know what that is, I'm not playing any games during this particular session. However, we will be doing some blind bag opening later where I got 10 more minifigure packs that I hope to get. I have 4 left that I need to get. I'm hoping that I can find 3, if not all 4 of them. I know I'm like 99.9% sure I have 2 of them. I sort of felt the rest of the bags. I don't think I have the other 2. So I'm likely going to have to trade. It's all good, though. I definitely have access to some resellers locally. For those of you who didn't hear, I opened a bunch yesterday. I had 6, I think, duplicates. I ended up taking those duplicates in, and I was able to trade them for a couple that I wanted. I wanted an extra Cruella de Vil for my brother-in-law. I got the Mickey. So I've officially got the Mickey now. And then I also got the Oswald. So I officially got the Oswald now. So, you know, 2 closer to having a full set. And hopefully by the end of this game break, I'll be at least 2 more closer. So, as per usual, the game break, I've been hanging out in the chat. Most of you I've already addressed and said hello to. It looks like Oscar just slid in. What's up, Oscar? Everybody else definitely has got a greeting. And Bobby, you actually missed it. If you want to see today's win, all you have to do is go watch our very first game of the stream. We started it off with a win. So, followed by a giant hashtag SIR. So you feel free to go ahead and check that out. Now, as per usual, I'm going to jump right into some things. I want to go ahead and say welcome back, of course. Also take a quick peek at the stats. Nothing but love, high fives, hugs, all that stuff to you guys. This was a very productive month, especially considering how things had been going. Last month we saw a little bit of an increase, and this month we saw a huge increase. In fact, you know, looking at the overall subscribers, we were just under 1,500 subs. You know, if you figured that it is a 30-day month, you sort of do some rough math and averaging there throughout the entire month. This is actually a 28-day scale. Every time I show you this, it's 4 weeks. They do that to keep it consistent with analytics because months have different days, right? 28, 30, 31, and it varies. So rather than have each month sort of be weird, they just literally give you a 28-day analytic. So in the last 30 days, in the last month, we have certainly gained 1,500 subscribers, if you do the math, which is amazing. A lot of that is actually due, believe it or not, like a couple hundred of them are due to that short that I made for Funny Moments in Goat Simulator 3. Thought that was kind of interesting. It's finally picking up. It's got well over 25,000 views now, which for shorts is still nothing, right? Like, that's like absolutely zilch. But for us, I mean, it's getting out there, it's being seen. So the work I put in that I was sort of complaining about, because if you remember, it took me like 3 to 4 hours to put that together. That was the whole thing. Those videos are a minute long, and most of them took me 3 to 5 hours to do. So production wise, it was very like, oh no. But in the end, hopefully they will all get views, and it'll keep on with the keeping on. Now, looking over at our views, you know, this month we rang in at 755,500. That's absolutely crazy because last month we were on the uprise. We were trending back up. So I think we had like 70,000 more views, or 56,000 or something like that, more than the previous month. This month we had almost 100,000 more views than last month. Last month we had 659,000. So not quite 100K, but pretty close. Watch time, you could see there we were at 42.2 this month. Last month we were at 36.9. So, I mean, that's basically 6,000-ish, 5,000 plus more watch time hours this month than last. That is crazy when you think about it. 5,000 watch time hours. So that's great. So again, I can't thank you guys enough for your continued support. You know, let's keep this trainer trending up, because that's definitely going to benefit us all. Real quick too, you know, if you have not already, please look into the notification bell. I know most of you that are here haven't rang or have like a plan that allows you to keep up with our regimen. But, you know, it would really help us out if you made sure that that bell was rang so that you could, you know, stop by when we go live. Well, I still get people every week going, oh, I've been watching your videos for 10 years and I didn't know you streamed. Like, shame on YouTube for not spreading the word a little better. But, you know, I think that having that bell ring would certainly help others. Real quick, let's see here. I want to, oh, I got the wrong, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Never mind. Okay, so I didn't see it, so I didn't have it. All you have to do is click a link, bro. All you have to do is click a link. Yeah, NWF stands for No Win Fridays, Lucky, if you didn't catch that. Robert always tries to like jinx us or shame us by tossing that acronym NWF, No Win Fridays. Used to be No Win Tuesdays, NWT. But we've counteracted it with SIR, which is short for Suck It, Robert, because anytime we get a win, suck it, Robert. So again, thank you guys. Much love. Let's keep this rolling. Hopefully July will be closer to that 1 million mark for views again. And, you know, watch time would obviously be trending up for that too. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Twitter, but did I actually launch the Facebook stuffs? Let me make sure that I post that. I don't think I did because I don't think I actually fully set up the Twitter button. Now that I think about it, hopefully I didn't just hit it. Did I hit it? Twitter. Yeah, I hadn't added the link yet, so that's my bad. Let's go ahead and copy. Select all. Copy. Let's drop it over on the Facebook. Make sure everybody knows we're live right now. I don't have people yelling at me telling me I'm missing out on opportunity here. Usually somebody's like, all right, get it sorted. Is this it? I think this is it. I've got so many of these thumbnails. I need to get better about labeling them. Okay. And Booyaka Show, that is officially out. And Twitter has been hittered too. Ooh, I got a notification. What happened? New tweet from Adrian Wojnarowski. Herb Jones has agreed to the New Orleans Pelicans. Boo. So today is a free agency for NBA, which basically means all the teams get a chance to you know, make trades, make offers to players who are free agents and such. And, you know, Portland has already waived a few players and done a bunch of stuff. So actively following that. So XYZ88, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Yo, I've been watching your guides for a lot of LEGO games. Thanks for the help. Nice. Hey, thanks for watching. Even more thanks for stopping by today and saying kind things. Appreciate that support. All right. So today's game break, we're going to cover, you know, past, present, and future things. A few of these are obviously past because they have already taken place. And I know I talked about this quite a bit, and I shared this last month too, but I just want to do kind of a before and after video here. So I've got a classic video of Reese. He hates it that I still have this, and I share it with everybody all the time. But essentially, Reese had just graduated kindergarten. And he was telling me all about it. He came home and grabbed a camera, and this happened.
Hi, my name is Reese, and I just graduated today. And look, here's my graduation hat, see? There's a cool Sonic on it.
Yeah.
And, I really like my student, Colin, because he was in my soccer class, and he is, like, really nice. Never moves his frog.
Never moves his frog.
And sometimes he plays with me, right?
Yeah.
And,
true.
he also is my best friend.
Yeah.
My name is Reese, and I just graduated.
Oh, it's like the cutest thing ever. Absolutely love that. All right, so fast forward, you know, Reese has officially graduated high school. He's actually been working quite a bit the last couple of weeks. We're getting to go on vacation, so he gets a nice break from that. But been pretty awesome. So I put this together. I'll be doing some commentary, but there's a lot of available reading, sort of notes, if you will. I went a little above and beyond. I actually grabbed a template off of one of my asset sites that I get things from, and I think it turned out all right. You guys feel free to tell me, but this is kind of an overview of the week of graduation. So Cap all decorated and preparing for the big night. This was actually literally right before we got his gown on him. That's Reese and his buddy Jonathan. Roderick's actually creeping over to the left side of him. He's got kind of a half face there, but that's literally when they were walking from the back aisle up to the front. Here's an actual action shot. Reese celebrating the moment, walking up there. And look at that hair. 4+ years of hair growth. At some point, somebody said something about his hair being short. And he was like, I ain't having that no more. And officially they tossed their caps. Reese was able to find his as it was custom designed for his stuffs. And here's Reese, Jonathan, Addie, and Roderick. Addie is Roderick's girlfriend. And Reese and his buddy Solomon. Let's see here. Yep, candy lays for days. His mom, well, I'd like to say that I contributed some, but really I just paid for it. But there's Ma and Dad with the graduate. And then there's the grandparents. So I got Dad's wife and my dad on the left, and that's my mom on the right, and then my mother-in-law, Muffy, down below. And that's my youngest brother, Alex, who is a giant. Reese is like 6'1.5", almost 6'2". And look at Alex. He's like 3 inches taller. It's crazy. An old great-grandma who has just recently been moved to a new home. She absolutely loves it there. We did a nice little drive-by for both great-grandmas. So that's our other granny. It's my mom's mom there. And, yeah. So, booyakashow. Anyways, pretty cool. Fun stuff. Super proud. I mean, most of you already know this, but I actually opted to get my GED due to the circumstances that I had going on during that time of my life. I was actually going to have to stay and do some summer school to graduate because I frigged off too much in my freshman year. So I see Justin just slid in. What up, Justin? So yeah, fun stuff. Super proud. And of course, we look forward to what's next. I mean, he's got a job. He's working for the summer, and he'll be attending a community college in the fall. There's still, well, as soon as we get back, we're actually going to go take on some counseling sessions with them to kind of get his plan figured out. And we're also going to talk to him about the possibilities of maybe me returning to get some, like I have all these skills, and I actually have plenty of room to grow as well, but I have all these skills and I have like no papers or documents or certificates or anything like that to back it up. So I'd like to maybe get a degree so I could, maybe not always have to depend on Happy Thumbs or do Happy Thumbs for a hobby and then actually, go work for, because I need some retirement stuff figured out. Like Happy Thumbs is good, but as you guys know, I've never been in the money when it comes to that. Now you guys have been super generous in the last few months with donations and also, of course, with just viewing and stuff. So things have been better, but I mean, I'm certainly with being independent and having to pay taxes like at a higher level now. The small business stuff went way up this last year. I always am looking for other opportunities. So we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously I have no plans to like walk away from Happy Thumbs. Like I'll always, unless something happens to me physically or mentally, then I will likely still be around. I love to talk, so next up, pretty much every month we end up purchasing Lego. Now, it might just have to do with the strategic marketing and release dates that Lego puts out on sets that we find either appealing to us as a consumer or builder or as an investor, right? So we've got a lot of Lego that we've been buying and keeping in perfect condition in our nice smoke-free environment. And so we've got lots of Lego. Some of them are from 8 to 10 years ago and unopened, like I said, beautiful boxes. And at some point we are going to, do fairly well on our returns because we just sit. And once the set retires, they go up in value, sometimes double, triple, quadruple in price. So the market for this stuff isn't what it was 5 years ago because there's 1,000 more people like me doing it now, probably more thousands of not just 1,000, but thousands more people doing it. So We'll see how well we really do. But I wanted to share with you this month's purchases. So last month, if you remember, I was able to round up a Lego Indie set, but unfortunately, they came out and they sold out like instantly. And I was able to round up one of the three, but I couldn't get the other two. Well, I'm happy to report I actually have the Temple of the Golden Idol now, which if you look at this set, it's actually pretty amazing because they almost have like the first quarter of the movie, or at least the first 15 to 20 minutes of the first movie. I mean, they've got the rolling rock, they've got the, you know, the arrows coming from the walls, they've got the idol. I mean, it's pretty much, they got the locals out front. I mean, they got everything. Like, this is such an amazing set. You can kind of see part of our Lego wall in the background on the far right side there too, along with our Dyson vacuum. I should have got that out of the picture. But I wanted to showcase too, not only does it have an amazing like visual and like just design, the minifigs that come with it are pretty sweet too. You got Balak. I always say his name weird, but Balak. I want to say like Bollocks, you know, which is probably not a good thing for me to be demonetized. And then you got is it the Jovito's warrior? So I just refer to him as the local. And then we got Indiana Jones and Satipo. So pretty cool stuff, really. And then, of course, we've got the other set that was part of that is the old fighter plane chase. So you got a little vehicle for the ground, and then you got the airplane for the air. And it looks like it even has little pucks that you can maybe like blast out of there. Minifigs for this were actually pretty cool too. You got Indy, and then Professor Henry Jones Sr., and then, of course, the fighter pilot as well. Now, that's really cool. And I think I told you guys this. Some of you already know. What up, newbie? Welcome to the stream. I am not on Twitch. I just saw your question there. Sorry for the slow response. But no, we're not on Twitch anymore. We were for a minute, but we've just decided to pack our bags and stay here. So anyways, when I walked up to the counter, we had a couple of other sets too. I wonder, is that the day I bought that might have been the day I bought the original minifig bags too. I can't remember. We bought something else too. So I had a bunch of stuff, and then I was standing in line, and I had the car, the airplane chase set, and then that's some other stuff. And I looked over at the wife, and she was kind of still wandering around, and I was in line ready to buy, like next in line. And I go, hey, they got the other big indie set too. But I was like looking at this pile going, man, I already got a couple $100 here. I don't know if I want to spend another 150 or whatever it is. And she goes, oh, well, why aren't you grabbing it? Get it. And so as she was grabbing it, I walked up to the counter, and the lady's like, hey, how can I help you? And I said, oh, here's my VIP card. And I go, are there any gift with purchases right now? She goes, no, I'm sorry, there's not. And then Jillian walked up and slammed the other set on there. And she goes, but I'll get you something cool. Okay, cool. So she rings me all up. She goes, what do you... Oh, you've got a Lego Star Wars shirt on. You like Lego Star Wars? And I was like, sure. So she walks in the back, and she comes back out. Any guesses what she got me? I mean, some of you already know because I told you. I'll just show you. It's the May the 4th Be With You promotional gift with purchase. And it wasn't May 4th, it was middle of June. So this set right here is a little miniature Death Star 2. It's a pretty sweet set. To be honest with you, again, free, right? I got it for free. I've already seen these things selling for $50 and $60 online. And when we went to go swap out the minifigs at the local place yesterday, they had one up on the wall for $50. And Jillian was like, look. And I was like, yeah, that's the one I just got. She was like, I know, that's why I pointed it out. So it's crazy how, if you are doing any investing or anything, there's always a little bit of a risk and things like that. And people always ask me, how do you know what sets to get? A lot of it is just like guesswork, or sometimes you can find the numbers of how many sets were in production. And then you can kind of know like, okay, everybody's going to have 5 of those, or maybe nobody's going to have any of those. And, you look at sets that are pretty, and sometimes those don't sell well. And it's all about really the amount of how many are out there. And with these being gift with purchases, they were a lot less were made. So what I'm getting at is one of the best ways to help your investments is to make sure that you're waiting to buy big purchases until they have gift with purchases, because when you do, not only do you get your stuff that could eventually get gooder in price over time, you're also getting a free gift that you can automatically sell to or keep, right? I mean, it just increases the actual value of what you're able to get from all your stuff. So pretty stoked about that. Like, I've never, like, I was actually bummed, but I didn't want to spend, I think you had to spend like $200 or $150 on Lego Star Wars specific stuff. So at the time, I don't remember what it was. I wanted something, but I didn't really want or need a bunch of Lego Star Wars stuff. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll never get that. And then like a month and a half later, I ended up getting it. And so I thought that was pretty sweet stuff. Let's see here. Let's see here. Who's messaging me on Discord? It's Gerg. It is hot. 102 degrees. Wow. It's not something that I would be interested in. Real quick, what do we got here? Checking the NBA stuff. Okay, Herb Jones, same thing. Why you notify me of the same silly thing? What Shams got? Josh Richardson in Miami. Okay, so just checking to see. There's a lot of rumors of some big names being traded today, and one of them could be my star point guard, who I've loved for over a decade, Dame Lillard. But so far, so good. Not any bad news there. All right, another fun thing that I did this week, it was actually the couple days. So Reese graduated on Friday. On that Sunday of that week, Reese and I were able to go to the Mid-Valley Comic Festival. And we had a blast. It was pretty small. I know I've shared some of the stories about everything, but I actually have full-on pictures. So one of the first things that I wanted to share with you guys is we walked in and there was a car set up. Whoa, XYZ with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. I love the little flexing controller too. That's awesome. Out of all the super, what do they call them? Super, it's not chat, super stickers. I don't think I've ever seen that one. So that's cool. But when we walked in, we seen this car on display, and I'm pretty sure I've already told you about it, but just in case, this is the NES car. It is a neon, and it's been properly renamed a Neon Tendo. What? Another Tendo. Another $10 dono. What is happening? Thank you so much, XYZ. Boy, you must have really liked the help we provided us Lego stuff. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So let's just kind of focus in on what's happening here. All of those controllers in the back are live and lead to screens that you cannot see. There are a couple of screens up on the trunk. There were screens, if you look out the side back passenger window, or the side back driver's side window, that we definitely can see Super Nintendo. There was a Nintendo 64, I believe, on the other side. It was crazy. I do have another picture of it. So Mario's everywhere. Luigi's everywhere. It was definitely a fairly nice neon. I'm not a big fan of you know, Dodge in general. I'm a Volkswagen guy, as you guys know. These turbo neons were always sort of intriguing to me because it was like one of their economy cars built to go fast. And they did move pretty good. So, but this guy had built it. This is actually the second theme he had for this car. And I'm drawing a blank. He told Reese and I what it was. We talked to the guy for 20 minutes or whatever. And because I'm a car guy, and I was like, so you daily this? Do you drive it? He's like, well, I drove it here, but no, I don't drive it around very often. As you can imagine, like, lots of this stuff is hard to clean, and I want to keep it clean. And he apparently travels around and goes to all the local Comic Cons and sets up there. So he's fairly well known around the area, which I thought was pretty cool. Next up, I don't know if anybody guys watch Letterkenny on Hulu. It used to be a YouTube channel show, but this guy had a bunch of different bottle openers, and one of them was a Puppers. I know the picture is weird. I took a tall photo. I hate tall photos because they never match up with anything unless you're looking at it on a phone. But I was like really tempted to buy this. Now I engage in some adult beverages here and there, and often it is beer, not spirits. But I mean, I find myself drinking cans, even though I prefer bottles. Something about the flavor I just like better. And it's probably a me thing. It's probably not like science at all, but I see Brian P just showed up. Since you like Volkswagen, was there one in any of the Fast and Furious? Yeah, there's a white Mark III Jetta that had Sparko seat. Yeah, turbo. Totally. Listen, that car was hilarious because they acted like it was fast. Those cars came with 200 horsepower, and they had about $100 worth of mods into the motor, which would have made it like 205 horsepower. And they're racing it like, oh, that nitrous was going to add 300 horsepower or something. But yes, there's definitely. I'm actually reading a book on the history of Volkswagen, Audi, and Porsche right now. It's very interesting, you know. Fun fact, I've known this for a long time, but my wife didn't know this. Did you know that in Mexico they actually made the classic Beetle until 2003? They were making old school bugs, new school time, up till 2003. So in 2002, you could order or go in and buy a brand new air-cooled Volkswagen Bug. I mean, that's crazy to think about. Anyways, moving forward. We also had, I know I told this story, but I don't think you guys have seen any good photos of it. So I walked up to a table, and there was an artist who has been known for, oh, whoa. I just bumped way too much stuff there. He's known for inking, what are we at here? 4. All right, so he's known for inking Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man comics. And he said to me, hey, I've got a bunch of new prints here. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not, you know, I like Spider-Man or whatever, but not quite like a lot of people do. And I looked over and he had this Doom one. Man, why is it not? Let me lock that. Let me see. For some reason, it's like grabbing all the layers. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. So look at this print I got of Dr. Doom. Now, I'm a huge fan of MF Doom, who has largely gathered his identity from the comic Dr. Doom, or the comic character Dr. Doom. But Randy Emberlin is the inker, as you can see here. And Randy actually signed it. It's actually all the way at the bottom down here. And I thought that was really cool. When we went to the Bricks and Beyond, Randy Emberlin had drawn a Spider-Man print and had colored it all up, and it was really nice. And the shop was selling it, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I got this, and if you look at the very top, it actually says Amazing Spider-Man issue number 350, right? So Reese and I start rolling around, and you know, plenty of comic booths and stuff at a comic festival or a con. And Reese goes, wouldn't it be cool if we could find the Amazing Spider-Man number 350? And I was like, yeah, but come on, we're never going to find it here. And we came to a table that had a bunch of Amazing Spider-Mans. And I asked him, I said, hey, do you have number 350? And he was like, honestly, I did yesterday. I don't know if I still have it. He still had it. And so I was pretty excited to get my hands on this because not only did he have it, but if you look, Randy Emberlin signed it right on his, the right side of the photo there on his leg. And it was from 2015. So 8 years ago, he had signed this. So now I have the comic, and you can see Doom is in the back right there. You can see his mask and all that stuff. Super excited to have both of those. And at some point, you know, the wife and I will take it and have both of them likely framed together. Reese thinks I should have the comic graded by PSA first and have it like, you know, have it little, whatever it is, PSA 7.5 or 10.5, you know, whatever it is. I don't think it's a Gem Mint 10. I think there's a crease or two. So I'm guessing it would probably be somewhere between 7 and 8. You can't really see anything on this picture, but I feel like right around his foot on the left side there, I feel like there's just a tiny little crease in the spine. But, you know, super stoked. Like, the fact that I got to meet a legend, you know, that inks and has drawn Spider-Man like professionally for Marvel and tons and tons and tons of comics, like that was awesome. But then like getting a signed print from him that, you know, had Doom, my favorite comic character, and then to find the comic, like just the whole event was like mind blowing. And I got to do it with Reese, right? Like in the last year or 3 or 5, you know, middle school, high school, like he wants nothing to do with parents, right? So being able to be there was just cool in itself. But then having like this crazy epic story This is way even cooler. Now, it's not even over yet, though, because we continue to go through there. Whoops, wrong button. And, oh, see, and I shifted. I accidentally bumped this one up, so give me a hot second here to get this one. So the reason we actually went there was because we wanted to go to the Garbage Pail Kid booth area. They called it Trash Alley. And it turns out there were 5 artists that were there. Now, 4 of them were actually part of a separate project that was inspired by Garbage Pail Kids, but was actually video game related. And they called the series Vidiots, right? So instead of idiots or video game idiots, they were Vidiots, right? Little wordplay there. Whoa, what is happening? XYZ with a $20 super chat! Making it rain, you are. Thank you very much, sir. Or I guess I shouldn't assume. Thank you very much. Let's call it that. Much love. But yeah, so these sets actually come with a signed card, as you can see on the right-hand side there. And so we got to meet and talk to all 4 of those artists. I actually gave my Happy Thumb sticker to one of them. I got an actual email from another one because I talked to him about maybe doing some custom Thumbies and whatever. So like Thumbie, but with like the garbage pail face and things like that, like, or me with a garbage. So we talked about various projects, and I've got his number and his personal email, which I thought was really cool. We sat and talked to these guys for quite a while. It was really fun. So I got one for Reese and one for me. I've already seen these things selling for like $150, $200. Not that we have plans to sell them, but like, it's just crazy. Like I think I paid $30 each for these things, or $15 each, or maybe 30 for both. And to have them show some value, that's kind of crazy. Now here's another one. I don't know why all of my stuff got shifted. I'm really bummed out about this because it was all centered and ready to go. This was actually a comic book that they handed out. Now, again, the whole reason we ended up going there was because there was an advertisement for Garbage Pail Kids, and it looked as though it was a Garbage Pail Kids show, which I thought, no way, people don't even collect these things anymore. Turns out they do, but it was just the Trash Alley that had been advertised. They were super stoked to find out that I had seen that, and that was the reason that drew me in. And so, like I said, we talked to them for quite a bit. Fun guys. And, you know, last but not least, just in case you don't know what a Garbage Pail Kid is, here is an old one that I just literally pulled one random one out. So normally across the top, Garbage Pail Kids. You can't see the kids part because the part of the graphic was showing over it. This one is a daisy being pulled. And they always have like funny names. And so this was likely, so this was an A card. So there was a 296B as well. What up, B-Rad? Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. So 296B would have been the same exact design. Like exactly, nothing's different, but the name would have been different. So instead of Pluck Daisy, it would have been like, I don't know, Flower Trower. You know what I mean? There's like some other variant wordplay name. And I have a bunch of these. In fact, I've got a whole case of them right here. I've got some that are unopened even. So at some point, I may use my fancy camera system to go ahead and show that off too. Now, I'd mentioned that MF Doom is like one of my favorite. I mean, he is like my favorite musician. And he's all inspired by comic books. And his first album that represented Doom, he was actually an artist before, but he was in a group called KMD. And his name was Zev Love X. And Zev Love X and his brother were the main 2 guys in the group. Well, sadly, his brother, Sub Rock, died like right after their first album went out and as they were making their second one. And so he sort of found himself in seclusion, and then all of a sudden was like totally in character for this new person called MF Doom, which stands for Metal Fingers. And, you know, Metal Fingers, Metal Face, like the MF has kind of been brought. There's some other terms that might be appropriate too at times. But the first album he did as MF Doom was called Operation Doomsday. Not likely something that everybody's going to like, but it's very much comic book inspired. See, in the 60s and 70s, maybe a little bit earlier and maybe a little bit later into the 80s even too, they had these like cassettes and earlier times were records and probably maybe even 8 tracks. What's up, Haytham? Happy Friday! And on these, they were for kids, and they were like stories on, books on stories. What do they call them? Stories on tape, books on tape. All these different versions, and Marvel had a bunch, DC had some too. Well, there was a fair amount of like Doctor Doom stuff from those, and he took all these like, oh no, Doom, like all these sound effects, like stuff that you would hear from like comic book stories, right? And he put them all as samples in his music. He then made a cover, and they've actually sort of used the cover for this collectible that I just rounded up. You can see it's very much inspired by Doctor Doom, right? But it's metal fingers. And so I managed to get a couple of these, and like I'm trying to get it so there's no reflection. But they're little action figures. Now, the bad part is they're pretty small. Like I was expecting like a regular size, not the case. But I managed to pick up a couple of those, and they just arrived the other day. I was super stoked, you guys. I made the mosaic. In fact, I got it right here. I can show you guys for those of you who have not seen it. Doom has been at the top of my Spotify playlist for like the last 5 years, the #1 most listened to. He likely will be this year too. He collaborated with a producer called Madlib, and they created an album called Mad Villain. It was Mad Villainy, Mad Villain. And so I made a mosaic out of Lego pieces that represents the cover. And at some point I'll get this frame too. So I sort of have like a really small Doom archive. I have the Doctor Doom Lego minifigure. Now I've got these collectibles. I've got a bunch of his stickers. I've got a bunch of his like outer print t-shirts. The wife has found Pop Funkos that are custom, and they're like, so I don't know exactly how they're made, if they start with another Funko and modify that but they have like Doom ones, and I found some Doom Crunch cereal that comes with a figure too, like a collectible figure. So there's a lot of stuff, and I don't know, within the next 5 years, I'll have a pretty big Doom collection, just because, I just love his music and just who he was and what he did for music. Like, it's crazy. Would you prefer Lego Marvel Superheroes 3 or Lego Marvel Super Villains? That's a good question. I think, honestly, I would rather see a Lego City Undercover 2. But if I had to choose between Lego Marvel Superheroes 3 or Lego Marvel Super Villains, I think I would like to see the villains, because, we'd get to see some Doom. I'd love to see, I've even suggested to like the producers that did Multiverse. They had, I'm trying to remember who it was. They had somebody, and it would have been really cool to have a variant of MF Doom. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom wasn't on there, was it? I see XYZ with another $2 super chat. Look at that, taking over the most recent donations. I mean, Teflon would be, I don't know, I think Teflon would be trying to fight you for that right now. What has been my favorite Lego game? Jurassic World is up there, but it's not even in the top 3. Favorite Lego game to date is Lego City Undercover. Number 2, I would say, would have to be the Skywalker Saga. And number 3 would have to be the Force Awakens. I loved when they made that jump from the earlier engine to the Force Awakens engine. Like, it was so much beautiful. It was like so beautiful and played so well. And minus those BB-8 little miniature puzzles, they were pretty awesome. The whole game was awesome. And then they just made it even better when they did Skywalker Saga. Now, granted, it was probably a little too big and a little too grindy in the free roam as far as like the tasks. Like, the size wasn't a bother. Size was fine. But the amount of like, you had to do the same thing on every planet like 10 times. So that was my only complaint about that. But that aside, an amazing game. Beautiful. I know that some people have had some bugs and stuff. I was pretty lucky with most of that. The worst part about that experience for me was my capture device was not working properly, and I actually set me back about 2 weeks in production, which was really not great. But all right, so to be fair, I've actually made it through the majority of my list. Now, I still have the collectible minifigures, and I still have the Patreon shouts as well. So let's go ahead and do the Patreon shouts real quick. And then, pump the brakes. Let's talk schedule real quick. So current schedule right now, this is what she looks like. We've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday on tap. Monday being Riders Republic. Wednesday being Lego 2K Drive. We're working through all of the non-collectible stuff. So right now we have some on-the-go tasks left. We also will have some quests and some worldwide races that we'll need to complete. Won't have to chase down all the bucks or any of that, and I will be continuously working on the collectible videos behind the scenes. And then Friday will be Apex. Now, back to Lego 2K Drive, I have been producing and creating a bunch of videos. They will release next week because I will be gone all week. We actually take off on Sunday, and we'll be back the following Sunday. As I've already mentioned, this is a crazy time of year. It always fluctuates a little bit. It's either the 1st of July or first couple weeks of July, or like closer to the end of summer that we go on our yearly trip. And it's always planned that our family shows up before. We got cousins and an uncle that all show up, and fun times. So I will be off the grid for a week. I'll likely be posting some photos from my drone. If we go kayaking, which is a high possibility, then I might do like a live from the kayak again. So there might be some various things. Definitely make sure you're following on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube if you want to make sure that you're involved in everything. And of course, one good place to see most, if not all those links and content stuffs is over on our Discord. So highly recommend that you join the Discord too. Brad says, I'd like to see a new Jurassic Park game. No, that would be amazing. And I know I mentioned this sort of on the go. What's up, the first? TT Games has been almost silent on social media for roughly a year. Once the Skywalker Saga released in April last year, they've only posted like 2 or 3 times, and it was always regarding the updates to the game or the DLC that was planned for the game. Now, in the last 2 to 3 weeks, basically a couple things have happened. So we know that Lego 2K Drive came out. Shortly after 2K Drive came out, we've actually got some information on the sets that are seemingly attached to Lego 2K Goal, which will be a soccer, also known as football, game that will be produced by Lego 2K. Now, that doesn't really have anything to do with TT Games other than they're both Lego, but when that set happened to get released, that's seemingly when TT Games' Twitter account specifically has gone crazy. I definitely feel like we're not far from an announcement. I don't know I don't know if it'll be, hey, we've got a new Lego DC game, whether it's Batman or Supervillains 2 or, whatever they decide, Justice League or, whatever. Could be another Marvel game. We know those are big sellers. We know those are really popular titles. I don't know that Lego City Undercover sold as well, especially when it started its life as an exclusive on the Wii U, which was, unless you had a Wii U, you couldn't play it. So later it released, obviously, on other consoles too. But I don't know that we're going to see, a team get behind a sequel for that. I feel like we have a better chance of Lego or Marvel superheroes or a DC version of some sort other than, a new version, right? Like, I don't know. I'd love to see a Pirates of the Caribbean get an update. I'd love to see, a lot of different things, but I feel like we're really close to an announcement. Now, somebody said that on Twitter this morning, actually, and a person who used to work for TT Games said, or maybe they were basically suggesting they're so active, they're going to make an announcement soon. And a person who used to work for them said, or maybe they just hired a much needed community manager that is now active and posting as we always should have been. Don't really know, to be honest with you, but I hope that we do get. Now, there's been like confirmation. It's confirmed. A developer that works at TT has quit and has outed out that they're working on a Lego Batman property. and there's a lot of stuff that supports that, but I've not heard anything, so I don't believe it for sure. It's possible. I've seen wiki pages and stuff for like Avengers 2. I've seen wiki pages for what's the other one? There's another Marvel series that yeah, Infinity Saga. Boom, there it is. The first I actually had it right there. That's hilarious. So, who knows what it'll be. But I'm definitely looking forward to a new Lego game. Now, people ask me all the time, how come you're not uploading Lego videos? The irony is that I'm working on Lego 2K Drive. We did take a break between whenever I finished. I think I finished in February with the videos with Star Wars. And so March, April, March and April, I didn't upload any Lego. But I've been pretty consistent for the last 7-8 years of doing Lego almost constantly. Usually it's a side project, like Lego Batman 1 we went back and did. We went back and did Indiana Jones. We've done a lot of that stuff. We still have Indiana Jones 2 that we will get done at some point. Not freaking out about it. In fact, at this point, the amount of effort and time that I'm going to put in is probably not going to pay off as much as it would have if I would have done it 3 or 4 years ago. So, I'm trying to stay relevant. I want to start playing some more PC style games, like that new game right now, Only Up, I think it's called, where you're just parkouring in that sort of endless spiral staircase, and then, you can get to the top. I seen somebody got there in 51 minutes. I was told it took 6 hours to get to the top. And it might if you're bad at game like me. But right now it's only keyboard and mouse, and I'm terrible at keyboard and mouse. I could probably do it, but I don't want to do it. So we'll see. Let's see here. Yes, Brad makes a good point. Anybody who has PS Plus, make sure you've added the games before July 4th, as they will change over. And you'll get the access to the new games, which are Alan Wake Remastered, and what are there's 2 other games, not interesting to me, but hopefully to you guys. Oscar says, I would love it if you replayed Lego Harry Potter again, a third time, because I've already did a guide for 1 through 4 and 5 through 7, and then I've already re-streamed playing through 1 through 4 and 5 through 7. So if you haven't seen that series, Oscar, good news. I've replayed it, and you get to see a whole new take on it because I live streamed it versus creating guide videos. So very different environment, very different take, and definitely something that you should check out. I see we got Maine out there. What up, Maine? Lego Ninjago 2? What do you mean? Are you suggesting just talking Lego suggestions? There's a new series, a new season. I'm not exactly sure which one it is of Ninjago out video wise. It's been out for, I think it came out in January or December, maybe even. It's been out for a while, but I wondered if they'll do another Ninjago. I did not like Ninjago movie. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. The way that they sort of did the free, so there was story, free play, free roam, and they were all kind of the same thing. You could trudge through basically the levels as a free roam, but you could also play. It was kind of tough to document and figure things out, but luckily I got awesome guys like Tyler P and Dougie Fresh, who are both been super awesome in providing easy to follow content, guides, and things like that for me to make videos and for you guys to follow as well, because we got happythumbsgaming.com, where we've got a ton of guides that are written. In fact, we're working on a written version of Lego 2K Drive, which will have, in theory, it should have a map for every collectible type for every area. So we got Turbo Acres has wrenches is all. Pretty easy. I think it has one weed location too. It does have one weed location. The second area, Big Butte County. I keep wanting to call it Black Butte because we've got a vacation resort that we drive by. We've stayed there a bunch too, but over in Central Oregon, where we're going on Sunday. In fact, I'll take a picture of it so I can post it and prove it. It's just be a big fancy sign out front, but honestly, it's definitely a problem for me when I try to speak it. I instead of Big Butte County, I always call it Black Butte County. Anyways, the second area, Big Butte County, has weeds, golden trophies, experimental batteries, jetpacks, and rainbow bricks. which all of those videos will be available by Friday next week. I also have started scouting and working on the next area as well. So Prospecto Valley will be soon after that. And let's see here. Justin says, I'm back. Picked up the Ellie and the Rider Man. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wow. XYZ88 spoiling us. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hi, and of course dropping a Brinks truck full of money for us. It's been awesome. Nice meeting you. Love to see you again. Keep in mind, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time, we do stream. And what's up, Kirsten? Kirsten in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Please don't forget to subscribe to Kirsten's channel as well. If you have not already, it would mean the world to us. We're trying to get her to that 500 sub mark. Right now, we're 85 subs away. Let me see if I can get this into the chat. I'm going to post a link of just the channel. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my, making it rain. Man, seriously, appreciate you. That's nothing but love. Nothing but love. All right, so we do have a link to Kirsten's channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click that link and give it a whirl. I promise you won't be disappointed. Plays a fair amount of games similar to me, but also goes out and plays those games that I won't play, like Assassin's Creed and other things like that. Yeah, you got it, man. Anytime you need help or whatever, feel free to reach out, tweet us. Hit us up on the Discord if you haven't already. Join the Discord. Yeah. Ellie got an ocarina. Ocarina. Oh, wait, not Macarena, an ocarina. Okay. It makes me want to play Legend of Zelda. I was going to make a Zelda reference next, but yeah. So, ooh, we got a sub. Let's go. Let's see here. If I had Teflon's number, I'd call him. I know I mentioned that earlier, that there'd be some battling. All right, so let's go ahead and do Patreon shout outs real quick, and then I'll switch modes to my secondary camera, and then we'll open up these blind bags and see how I do. Type the name wrong. Oh, it's all good. We know what you meant. All right, Patreon shouts. So, as you guys know, we have a patreon.com account. It's slowly thinning out. I never advertise it. I used to have like pop-ups and videos and a button that would show up in streams, and I'd post things. And unless I get a new member that that has joined, I usually don't post. And to be honest with you, we had another $2 member, actually two $2 members show up last month or this month. And I've been having a problem with my website, the HTG.com. It's functioning fine as far as like when you click and look around, but when you try to update something, it basically says that the resources for the website have exceeded its limitations. So basically it's telling me it's trying to work too hard and it can't complete the process. I have not reached out to them. I've had so much going on that I plan on doing that when I get back, or maybe while I'm over there. There's a possibility I might take my stream PC, because it's a tiny little box, and hook it up to the TV over there, and then bring a keyboard and mouse and maybe a camera. I thought about doing that. I might even be able to bring like my capture device. I have an extra capture device that I could slap in, and I might even be able to stream because I will have my PS5. Wifey goes to the pool for hours at a time and leaves me behind with the dog. I don't want to go swimming. I don't want to go get suntan. I don't need to be burned and skin cancer. I've already got this pre-cancerous stuff going on my forehead that I still need to go deal with. So anyways, back to Patreon. Don't ever advertise, but this is a great way to support us, and it is a way to get your name shouted out in our monthly game breaks. And let's go ahead and do that now. So at the $5 and up tier, oh my gosh, what is happening? Everything is messed up. Nothing is lined up. It's even locked. How is it not? That's so weird. It's so weird. All right, so let me grab him and move him into place. Okay, there we go. Let's get a proper entry here. Whew, nailed it. First try. These are all of the $5 and up supporters over at patreon.com. A lot of these guys have been around for years. A couple of them, especially Legos, aka Legos, forgot that they had actually supported there. So, definitely check your stuff and make sure that you want to be supporting me still, because some of you may have forgotten. But regardless, I appreciate all of you. And for the record, 2 of those names actually are no longer supporters. But I didn't feel like updating it this week, and I felt like, you know what, they're going to get some extra love. So big time thanks for all the support you guys have provided over the years. So you got an extra month. Next month, it'll likely look a little different. All right, so Patreon is also, there's also a $10 tier. And I actually verbally thank and shout out for these ones. This list used to be a heck of a lot longer, and that's okay that it's not. Like I said, you guys have been super generous, more than generous with your super chats the last 2 months. It's been like ridiculous. We had a couple of months like this a couple of years ago when Gray and Andrew, which I'm about to shout out his name right now, were going nuts. I still have screenshots and like pictures that I took of the streams while it's happening, where it was like $20, $20, $20, $100, $100, $20, $20, just back and forth, just dono Warren. Like, it's a fun time. It's like exciting. Like, what is happening? Anyways, in no particular order, we've got Smallville 2011, a.k.a. Andrew, a.k.a. Harry Potter. Thank you so much for your continued support. We'd love to see you, man. You used to come and hang out a lot with us in the stream, and I don't know if, like, just daily routines have changed and the time doesn't work out for you anymore. Maybe we bored you to death. Regardless, we'd love to see you and just say, hey, let us know you're doing okay, because I know there was some turbulence, but much love for the support, and look forward to seeing you next. Let's see here. Next up we got Dougie Fresh 613. Thank you so much for your support, Dougie. Dougie was actually the first Patreon supporter, and is still a supporter. He was also on the team helping me write guides and do other things at the time. And so yeah, much love to Dougie Fresh. Thank you so much for your support. Next up, we got Michael Karsberg. Thank you so much, Michael. I saw you were at some sort of, I don't know if it was a concert or a festival or something, but, I always enjoy seeing other people's photos, especially, when people go out and do stuff, because I don't go out and do anything. I'm getting better. Like, I've been going to more restaurants, as you guys may or may not know. I have, like, crippling anxiety. Like, before pandemic, I was bad. Like, I wouldn't go. I had a hard time going to the store with people. I couldn't go to restaurants. And if I did, I struggled miserably with overkill of like sensory overload and like, it's just terrible stuff. And so, trust me, if any of you guys have anxiety or any kind of stress induced out in the wild type of situations, I feel your pain, because I've struggled with it for a long time. In fact, I saw a therapist for 9 months, a year and a half, something like that. Love the gal, super lovely, gave me books to read and stuff, and taught me about heart math and like all these things that kind of help me, breathing exercises, and even some medication suggestions, which I've never taken advantage of those. I always feel like the people who talk about anxiety medication, it's like game changing for them, but like they always talk about how like out of it they are, and how like it makes you feel good, and it's like, I don't necessarily want to be out in the wild feeling like that. So seeing pictures from like Michael and other people, I love it, and you guys might find that we're friends on Facebook, and I'm liking your posts or liking your tweets or retweeting your stuff, because I enjoy seeing that stuff. So definitely keep posting that stuff, and again, thank you for your support, Michael. And last but not least, at the $10 and up support, we've got Bonnie Miller. Now, I know I say this every month, but I'd love to see you too, Bonnie. It's been a minute. Hopefully all is well on your side. And, if you get a shout, or if you get a minute, shout me out. Throw me a tweet, or hit me up on Facebook. I know that you used to be pretty active on Facebook, but I haven't seen anything for a while. So either A, you've stepped away from the social media stuffs, or B, maybe something's happened. So hopefully that's not the case. Love to hear from you and check in. So, all right. So that is actually all of the Patreon stuffs. So let's go ahead and change gears here and flip on. I'm going to actually get rid of this background because I didn't want to have to reset it up again for the Gamebreak page, which I'll probably only use once. I can actually hit a button and it'll switch me over to everything. And if hopefully it works, right? That's what I'm going to say. Hopefully it works. All right, so by Gamebreak background, hello HTG background. All right, so I've officially moved sides. I'm actually going to take off my glasses because it's easier for me to see things within my reach, and since I'm going to be within my reach, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to turn on an extra light here to kind of help boost up the stuff here. So I don't think it's affecting the camera at all, but it is helping down low. All right, so quick backstory for those of you who don't know. I opened 20 of these up yesterday. So this is so stupid. Okay, I thought there were 12 minifigs in the set. You guys probably can't see it very well because it's backwards and a little reflecty, but see that little white circle with the number on it that says 18 right on the front? Anyway, so I thought I was doing good. I thought I had 12 that I needed to get, and I had 20 bags. I thought my odds of getting most, if not all of them, were good, and I didn't need to spend tons and tons and tons and tons of money. Turns out I got it wrong, and yesterday we were... How many short were we? So we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 short. By the time we got done with 20, we were 6 short. I then took those 6 that were duplicates, and I went and turned them in, and I actually rounded up Mickey Mouse. I showed some of you guys this earlier. Oops, let me get you a better view here. I got Mickey Mouse, so added him, which is supposed to be pretty rare and hard to get. The local shop had him, and then I also got Oswald. Look at those blue jeans. Look at those! Look at those! Look at those legs. All right, so who we're needing? We're needing the Queen of Hearts. I'm 1000% sure she is in one of these bags. Her tuchus is so oddly shaped. It's like this weird shape. And I picked it up. It was the first one I picked up. I was like, oh, there's the Queen of Hearts. Throw that one in the bag. I thought the next one I picked up was Robin Hood. And I know it was Robin Hood because I could feel the bow and arrow. So there are certain ones that are dead giveaways, like the guitar, right? I thought I felt the guitar yesterday when I was in the store, and that's right when they were like looking at me like, what are you doing, boy? And I know sometimes they're totally cool with it, and sometimes they're not. And so I thought I had the guitar, and then at that point they were, so I was just like, oh, here, just give me 20, or no, 10, let's get 10, let's 10. So I grabbed 10, and then we went, and we paid for them. And so let's go ahead and slide these off to the side a wee bit. Get my mouse out of here. Take a quick drinky poo. The price is wrong, Happy Gilmore. Let me see if I can get my keys or my cutters. All right, so you know, it's likely that I'm going to have quite a few duplicates today too. Ooh, what is this? That is... I feel like it's Pinocchio. Pinocchio seems to be one of the most common ones. I mean, at least so far in my luck. I can hear there's something in there, but it doesn't want to come out. Oh, it's not Pinocchio. It's the King. Or Prince John. Prince John. All right. I can dig it. Go ahead and put him together real quick. I know that my wife was hopeful that I'd get another Baymax, and she told me that literally like 10 seconds after I had traded in my other Baymax because I had another one. Hey, what up, Dylan? Good to see you, man. Happy Friday to you. But yeah, so I was like literally like walking out of the store, and she's like, you know, if you get another Baymax, I was like, all right, sorry, I would have kept that one. But as it turned out, I ended up getting a Hyper Metal Sonic. In fact, I don't know if Reese is here. I'll holler at him and see if he will bring that up so I can show you guys, because it's actually really cool. It's not an official Lego one, but it's actually really cool. Let's see if I can get him to bring that up. Is he at home? Reese arrived at home. Reese left at home. Cam Reddish has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Lakers. Okay. You are home. Bring me Metal Sonic to show to chat. We'll see if that works out or not. He's got the, don't forget the money bag. He's got, you know, got to have the bag of money so that Robin Hood can steal from the rich and give to the poor. Come on, you too good for your home? Some more Happy Gilmore talk. And I still am blown away that there's actually a real person named Happy Gilmore going to college on a golf scholarship. That's pretty awesome. All right, so dupe number 1. All right, 1 down, 9 to go. What do we got here? What do we got here? I would love to get a Stitch. Okay, so there's the head. Wait, is there a sword in here? There's the torso. There's the legs. Man, this has got to be Pinocchio. I know I said that already, but I feel like it's Pinocchio. Oh, he must be home. He is home. What is up, dude? What's up? Let me see this bad boy. I want to show him off to everybody. So look at this. Like, he's pretty awesome. I mean, like, detail-wise, not bad. So again, sadly, not an official Lego, but I mean, like, look at his shoes. I mean, it's pretty spot on. And so it worked out good. I got to trade in some of my dupes, and not only did I get 2 to add to my collection, but I was also able to pick this up for Reese, man. Thanks for showing that, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool, man.
Cool.
What are you doing? Are you just chilling down there?
Just talking with Mom. We're about to talk about dinner.
All right. Well, I'll be done in about 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Cool. Can I open one?
Sure.
All right.
It is. It is Pinocchio, so I got another dupe of the Pinocchios. Man, you gonna go for that one, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, give her, put it under the camera. Put it under the camera.
I'm gonna get it a little rip first.
No, get a little finger test before. See if you can decide who you think it is. So I was looking at over there at the screen, because they're all there, so you can sort of like look around for objects you feel like, okay, is there a big caboose like the Queen of Hearts? Or is there maybe like a sword like Mulan? Or like, you know, what are you feeling in there? You got to make a guess before you open it. Now we can make fun of you if you get it wrong, like they do to me. And then if you get it right, we'll praise you.
I feel something. That's a base plate.
Yeah, so they throw you off because like Tiana has like the big, like the poster or whatever that is. So like that's kind of off-putting. You're like, oh, there it is. But everyone has a base plate in there.
Ooh, I think it's Mulan.
Mulan?
I feel sword.
So you can go ahead and use the scissors. Yeah, shake it down. All right. It is Mulan. Good for you. Oh! Got it. Nailed it. Nice.
Where's my money?
Where's my money? It's in the form of dinner. And you need to talk to Mom to collect it.
Oh, blah. I'm telling her that you want burgers.
All right.
Woohoo!
If that floats your boat, I'm good with that. Thanks, dude. So that was cool. Nice little surprise visit from the Reester. And he went 1 for 1. Like, I'm never going to hear the end of this. He's going to be like, bro, what was your ratio? You're bad. You should have had me guessing. I got 1 out of 1. All right, so I believe this goes on the bottom if I remember right. Yep. This one goes on the top. I'm glad that I don't need instructions or something wonky to open these, right? Like I remember I believe it was the Muppets one had something I needed to build and I was like, what is happening? Um and then like Lego Dimensions was the same way too, right? Like you'd open that and then you had to basically be in game in order to see the instructions unless you had like a cool channel like Happy Thumbs Gaming that would upload the videos of the instructions, which we never did them all, but we did quite a bit of them. And they do all right, view-wise. They do all right. Let's see. Dragon Slayer, what up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Tiana, I think that's how you say it. She's from the Frog Princess and the Frog, I think is what it was determined. Oh. So look at this. Let me get the top back. Look at that piece right there. What does that look like? That looks like a giant caboose. This is my Queen of Hearts, you guys. Gotta get all the stuff down on the bottom so I don't cut anything. I think she does have a little white tuft. Like a hood type of thing. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! What? Good. Look at that caboose. That is crazy. It takes up the whole base plate. I'm not trying to body shame or anything, but come on. All right, we'll go ahead and put that up. So this will be the first new addition that we've got today. Now let's see here. It's white on both sides, so it doesn't matter how it stacks up. We'll go ahead and put that one down first. Pop this one over the top with my super awesome. Okay. That was kind of weird. Her hat was on. Did you notice that? It's like, so somebody like put the hat on while messing around. Okay, and so she has her little, is this supposed to be her mirror? Is that what that was? Or what is this? Queen of Heart. I mean, that's Alice in Wonderland, right? Oh, she's got happy face. It looks like the Grinch. Doesn't that evil grin look like the Grinch? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. And then they've got the face too. Ah! Caboose on the loose. Let's see here. How does this go? It goes on the front like that. There we go. It was a funny angle. Ask Tyrone about it. He'll tell you.
It was a funny angle.
See what I tell you. All right. So next up. All right. So we are down to needing 3 to complete our set. What do we got here? That feels like some funky hair. Oh, come on. Not another Pinocchio. Not another Pinocchio. That feels like the fishbowl. So I'm pretty sure I got another Pinocchio. Oh no, it's a Jiminy. Same thing, right? Same thing. Same movie, anyways. So yeah, we are likely going to head over to. So we went to Bricks and Beyond yesterday to trade our dupes. We will likely go to Bricks and Minifigs either today or tomorrow to go see if I can complete my set. And then we also had another one called Brick in the Wall might still be there. I could probably go run over. They're real close. They're like 2-3 miles from my house. whereas Bricks and Minifigs is out in Kaiser. It's about a 15 to 20-minute drive. It's probably closer to 20 because of where it is. Like, you can't jump onto the highway and go around. It's like literally smack dab in the middle, and then going through town takes forever too. So, all right, so we got 4 dupes and 1 noops today. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that I've got Robin Hood in here somewhere too. Man, I don't even want to say it. Ooh, that's a sharp edge right there. What the crap is that? What is that? Is that... It's not the dog. But seriously, what is that? Not that dog. It's not Pocahontas. What else we got in here? I don't know. Stitch? Be Stitch. It is Robin Hood. What the crap? So what was I feeling in here? Oh, it was... This is what it was. Settle down, Drexler. Look at the tail. All right, so... Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, so I've got another one. And I was really hoping that was going to be Stitch, because I was, pretty sure that I had this one. And I'm not sure I have Stitch. I don't think I do. I feel like, if I remember right, when I was given the old test before the stream started, I feel like I have I feel like I've got one more, either Aurora, the Queen, or Tiana, because it has that swooping, like, dress-like bottom. Occupied out of here. Bye, buddy. How many have I opened so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've opened 6 today, and I opened 20 yesterday. So 26 total. Okay, so this goes. It's very tricky. He holds it. A little feather in his cap. And put him over here with the crew. I got a couple extra feathers. That's weird that they give you 3 feathers. Why on earth would I need 3 feathers? So here. This has got to be. So this is the swooping prince. So this is either the Queen, Aurora, or Tiana. I don't know which one. There you go. That's Aurora. Pretty sure I had dupes of her yesterday, too. Although, you know what? Yeah, I guess I did. I'm pretty sure I had a dupe of her. Oh, she holds the owl. Who? Princess Aurora does. Boo, Brian, boo. You know, I'll go back and we can check out the Robin Hood in a second, because I really didn't showcase him. I just kind of got excited and threw him in the list with everybody else. Whoops. Yeah, let's put that on right, brah. It's been a long couple of days. And then put the owl. It was on there. Didn't want to twist, though. All right, put Tiara over there with the... I guess this goes over here with these guys. All right, so let's check them out. Got the arrow, the feather in the cap, tail. Love the tail. Should have made it go up, huh? Pretty cool. All right, 3 left, and I need 2 more. Okay, so this definitely has a flat cap. Oh, this is the Dr. Faciller. Yep. All right, well, another duplicate. Oh, look at that piece stuck in the bottom there. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. When the Lego try to bite at you, drop it like it's hot. Oh my goodness! What you do that for, doctor? All right, and then these were kind of tricky in the sense that you barely had to put stud on there. And then put the old purple cap on there. And we'll rinse and repeat here. We'll put this guy down below, because then we can go ahead and attach. I don't think we'd be able, oh, I guess I could have been tricky, and no, I couldn't have, because I can't get the purple on top. Oh, come on, you too good for your home. It is too good for his home. Ah. All right. Double purple wands. All right, so what do we got here? Okay, we got... Oh, it's Miguel. It's the dog. I can feel the dog. Dang it. So I'm not getting them all. So I did feel a guitar. I did feel a guitar, but it was the wrong one. Dang it. Like I told you, I thought I had Ernesto de la Cruz. But as it turns out, I had another Miguel. Which is okay, I guess. I've never seen... I guess the rumors are that the wife's going to make me watch some of these movies while we're at Eagle Crest. But I have not seen many of them. Like, there's a certain amount that I've seen, like, all of them. And then there's, like, a certain amount that I haven't seen any. Like, I obviously have seen all the old, like, Robin Hood, 101 Dalmatians, Queen of Hearts. It's got to be Alice in Wonderland, but I'm wondering, like, where the Cheshire Cat and everything. Maybe they were in previous sets. Maybe that's where it happened. Ah. Ding, 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 ding. Get in there. All right, so before I even start feeling the bag, who do you guys think it is? Who do you think it is? Oh, look at that. That worked out nicely. Nicely. The tiara over by her. All right, so who do you guys think this last one is? I haven't touched it yet. I really have no clue. If I'm being honest, I'd like to see it be Stitch or Ernesto. We got a Mulan. I know that. Oh, I know who it is. I actually know who it is because of my earlier testing. I know who it is. All right, Dragon Slayer, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. You got 3 or 4 what yesterday, Justin? I'm just now seeing your comment. Prince John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Ellie says Stitch. I would love it if it was, but I can tell you it's not. I know who it is, and I've actually already told you who it was, but you might not remember. Give a couple more seconds here. Now's your chance to subscribe to Kirsten as well and help her get to that 500 subs. We're at 416. We need 84 subs, y'all. 84 subs. Ooh, Christy got 100% on Lego Movie Game. Or no, it's Hayes got it. Sorry. Oh, I already liked that. Why am I getting a notification for this? Oh, because somebody else liked it. I see. I see. The rocket sign. We're going to Spurs. What was that? Oh, all right. We're all caught up there. All right. So I say Mickey. Writer says Baymax. Okay. All good guesses, but you're all wrong. All right. I'll just go ahead and do it. It's Pocahontas. Final answer. And I knew this because of her hair. This is such a unique piece that you can feel the hair. Let's make sure everything's out of there. They definitely want all of the stuffs when you go to trade them in. Okay, I'll go ahead and put her feet there. Wait, what do we got here? Backwards. Why didn't somebody tell me mine? Space balls. When he gets beamed up. Yeah, this hair is crazy. All right, and then I believe we put one of these on each of her hands. I got rid of my cheat sheet. Well, technically they show it on one, but I mean, I guess I could put the other one down here and then just build up the flower power on the other side. So we'll go ahead. All right, so as predicted at the beginning of the stream, I only got 2 of the ones that I needed. All right, so I can't do that. I hear the cutie pie. What are you doing? Surprised you're out with all the people here. Maybe they stepped out. It sounds quiet. They're either out in the back or maybe they have gone to get some food or something. What's up, cutie pie? You gonna come say hi to everybody? I'm sure everybody would love to see you. Hi. You rubbing on my MF Doom stuff? Let me get that out of the way. Let me move this, and then I'll let you come sit on my lap for a minute. Hey, where are you going? Come here. Come here. Come up here. Come up. 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 Do it. Do it now. Come here. Oh, it's the cutie pie. Yes. Oh, such a good girl. You say hi to everybody. Say meow. You've been a good girl? Oh, you're rubbing on the microphone. Say hi. Come on. Say something. Who's the best kitty? Is it you? Huh? Who's the best girl? You being camera shy? She's like, I'm not used to you letting me on your lap while you're in the chair. You usually shoo me away. Well, people, that's pretty much all I got. This will be the last time I actually live stream for over a week. Unless things work out where I can stream over at Eagle Crest. You want to go to Eagle Crest? No? She doesn't come with us. She stays here. But, hey, guys, thank you so much. And big shout out to XYZ88, too, for dropping, like I said, a bank truck full of money. That was pretty awesome. Much love. Hopefully we've helped out. Hopefully we can continue to help out. Well, you trying to reposition on me here? You not comfy? We're not providing an optimal hangout spot here? Oh, she's tucked her head in now. She's like, oh, no, it's perfect, Dad. All right, one last squeak for the fans. For the peoples out there. They all love you. All right, let's put you up on the bed. All right, good girl. All right, people. Well, much love to you all. I will see you soon. Be looking for our videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week is how it'll look. Yeah, and then I'll be back. Like I said, I'll check in and do anything and everything I can while I'm on the go. And that's pretty much it. So don't forget to check us out on social media. Head on over to happythumbsgaming.com if you haven't been there. Check out our guides and all that fun stuff as well. And like I said, I'll see you when I see you. As always, until next time.